broadcast channels 35.2 and 42.2 and on Spectrum Channel 182.
Thank you for watching Apple Valley News Now.
Now at 5, wildfire season is far from over. Several calls for vegetation fires kept local fire crews busy today as firefighters continue to battle the Newell Road wildfire over in Klickitat County. And local investigators, the DEA and crime scene techs raid a home in Kennewick this afternoon. We'll tell you what they were working on.
And get ready for a beautiful summer night, plus what you can expect temperature-wise this weekend. All the details coming up in your First Alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Local law enforcement agencies, Kennewick Fire Department, the DEA, and a crime scene unit took over a house on Quillian Street this morning. Authorities asked us not to show any faces due to the nature of the investigation. They said they suspected there might be a meth lab in the home. It's been the subject of an investigation. At this time, there are no details yet beyond an arrest, but authorities tell us they do hope to release more information soon. Now let's talk about your forecast. We saw people kind of in those coveralls that are really, really hot when it gets to triple digits. But Stacy, not too bad out there for the investigators today.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful day. Our Legend Skycam in Richland right now, 85 degrees. Our feels like temp is 82. Winds are light, and our sunset tonight at 8:34 p.m. So gorgeous day overall. Again, other temperatures around the area. Look at Ellensburg at 80, at Yakima at 84. It's 86 right now in Walla Walla and a cool 77 in Dayton. So yes, a beautiful day, and it's going to be clear and cool tonight. A gorgeous summer evening for you. We've got some breezy winds, especially in the Cascade Gaps. Those will be picking up a little bit later tonight. Look for sunny, warm, and dry temperatures as we head towards the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, people want to know what's coming up for waterfallies. It's going to be good news for you. Temperatures in the 90s, and we'll compare those temperatures from last year's waterfallies coming up in my First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. Now, despite those cooler temperatures, the Newell Road wildfire burning in Klickitat County now contained to 40%, according to fire officials. The blaze is estimated to have burned nearly 60,000 acres. The Northwest Incident Management Team hosted a community meeting on the fire last night, letting people know the latest on that operation. Road closures still include Roosevelt Grade Road, Old Highway 8, North 2, and including Dot Road. Highway 14 is closed except to local traffic, and fire officials say they're turning their full attention to one area of the fire today.
We're going to spend a lot of time today with the resources mopping up the other part of the fire that ran to Dot Road and continue to mop up and hold the burnout that the hotshot crews were able to do in the northwest corner. We're focusing all of our attention on that because that's been the part of the fire that's been giving us the most problems due to the heavy fuels down in the creek drainages.
Officials say there was a crash yesterday that involved the rollover of a water tender, and officials say the driver has been released from the hospital. He is expected to be okay. You can stay up to date on this story at applevalleynewsnow.com after the newscast. The Washington Department of Ecology has declared an emergency drought conditions for 12 counties in the state, including Yakima, Kittitas, Benton, and Walla Walla counties. Ecology officials say there was a healthy snowpack back in April, but it melted early during one of the warmest Mays on record. Now those 12 counties have less than 75% of their usual water supply. Officials say they're not expecting it to be as bad as 2015, which had the worst drought of the past decade, but they do say it's already having an impact.
We have already seen some irrigators that are not watering their crops simply because there is not enough water available. And so obviously that can lead to some downstream effects in agriculture and crop yield.
Now, declaring a drought emergency gave ecology officials access to $3 million in state funding they can use to help local governments impacted by the drought. The Sealand Fire Department is offering loaner life jackets for people who want to stay safe out on the water but might not have access to their own. The department received a donation earlier this year for life jackets. Someone took them and didn't return them, but an anonymous donor bought the fire department some more. People can use them for the weekend and then return them when they're done. First responders say you should wear a life jacket anytime you're out on the water because it is the safest choice.
It's a lot of fun to be on the river, but you have to use your smarts to survive. And again, I don't think water and alcohol mixes, so definitely try not to do that.
You can find those life jackets at the fire station on Harrison Road. If you're not in Selah, though, you can also check with your local fire department for life jacket loaner programs near you. And with this hot and dry weather, the well-being and safety of animals we care for, of course, should always be a top priority. So don't leave your pets in a hot car, even with the windows cracked, and even if you only think you'll be a few minutes. The temperature inside a car can rise in a matter of minutes, putting your pet at risk. You'll also want to keep their fur trimmed and groomed, because that can help them stay cooler. And if you have to go on a walk, maybe consider some other ways to stay cool.
Making sure that when you're on your walk that you are having water with you. You can use things like hydro packs for the dogs, bring your own water. Dogs can wear booties, but even with booties you still need to make sure that their feet aren't getting too hot.
Signs of heat stroke can also be visible in a pet. If you see signs of excessive panting, drooling, if they start throwing up, or they just seem really weak, you'll need to move them to a cool area, get them water, and then call your vet immediately. The West Richland Police Department says it cannot take in any more dogs due to having full kennels. WRPD says it's picked up several dogs over the last few weeks that have collars with names but no owners listed. They can't take in any more dogs until the owners come to pick those pets up or they're transferred to other shelters. The goal is always to try and reunite owners with dogs as soon as possible. Now, in your business headlines today, Juul Labs says it's asking the FDA to approve a new high-tech e-cigarette system. The company says the e-cigarette connects to an app that enables age verification and device locking. They're saying it also has tamper-proof pods with ID chips and a new heating system. A report showing Juul marketed to children previously forced the company to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in legal settlements. The FDA wants to pull its products off the market, but a court injunction is allowing Juul to continue for now. Americans may want to keep a tighter grip on their money, even though inflation in the United States has cooled down significantly to about 3%. The Fed is hiking interest rates by another quarter point. Some analysts say rate hikes could handcuff the economy economically, while others say holding them steady could result in persistently high inflation. The hike is the 12th since last spring, and it's the highest the interest rates have been in 22 years. The U.S. Mint announced the next series of women to be featured on the backs of quarters. Polly Murray, who was the first African-American woman to become an Episcopal priest in the United States, Patsy Takemoto Mink, the first woman of color elected to the U.S. House and the first Asian-American woman in Congress, Dr. Mary Edmonds Walker, the only woman with a Medal of Honor, which she earned for her service as the first woman Army surgeon in the Civil War, Celia Cruz, known as the Queen of Salsa, and Zikalasa, who was an activist for the rights of indigenous people. The U.S. Mint will produce about 600 million quarters for each of these honorees. That will last for about 10 weeks each. Well, did you know the best candy store in America is in downtown Walla Walla? USA Today got nominations from a panel of experts, and then they asked readers to vote on the top 10 candy stores across the country. Bright's Candies right at the top of the list. And if you've ever dropped by their shop in downtown Walla Walla, especially with kids, you know why. One of their most popular features is this, the big window where you can watch candy makers at work. And they called it a rewarding job.
We wanted to do something that people were excited about coming in the store. You know, you make a product for someone and all our customers are happy when they come in. They're watching us make the chocolates through the windows, and it's a very rewarding job.
Now, they do ship candy, so you can have a taste or send sweets to anyone that you want. If you do prefer to visit in person, they're open at 9:30 Monday through Saturday and 11 on Sunday. Well, Irish singer Sinead O'Connor has died at the age of 56. No cause of death was immediately available. Her first album came out in 1987, but it was her sophomore album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, that made her a world-famous singer. Her rendition of the Prince song Nothing Compares to You was a massive hit, rocketing to #1 in 1990. The song was nominated for multiple Grammys, won both MTV Video of the Year and Best Video by a Female Artist. O'Connor, who was open about her struggles with addiction and mental health, is survived by her 3 children. A Yakima Police Lieutenant has been honored with the 2023 Gary P. Hayes Award for Innovation in Policing. Lieutenant Chad Janis is being recognized for creating the community-based Domestic Violence Coalition. Janice has been instrumental in how domestic violence cases are handled, including victim advocacy, following up with victims and loved ones, and partnering with the Yakima School District to implement the Handle with Care program. YPD says this award shows Lieutenant Janice's character and leadership within the department and the community. Now let's talk about your forecast. It's still feeling like a break from the triple digits we saw last week, but we are seeing warming temperatures towards the weekend. Stacey Lee is talking about that coming up in your First Alert forecast. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, Hunter Biden in court. We've got the details on the case against him and why the plea deal fell apart at the last minute.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-521-6673. That's 1-800-521-6673 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Catch a glimpse of greatness when the Epson Tour LPGA Tournament comes to Pendleton for the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic. Join us on the greens August 14th through the 20th, when over 140 professional golfers from around the world compete for a chance to play in the LPGA. Tickets are just $5, perfect for fans and families to enjoy. Cheer on these talented golfers in person when the Epson Tour comes to Pendleton. Purchase your tickets today at wildhorseresort.com.
Ride Ben Franklin Transit Shuttle to the Water Follies. Leaves every hour. Stay safe and ride with ease when you ride Ben Franklin Transit, July 29th and 30th. Plan your trip at bft.org.
Tonight, a new wave of extreme heat forces more tourists to evacuate the deadly wildfires around the globe. Plus, how would a third indictment impact the 2024 race? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Next Extra. After Barbie's $162 million record-smashing weekend,
can you believe it?
Meet the female force behind the camera bringing Barbie to life on the big screen. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Hunter Biden is facing federal tax charges following a probe by the Department of Justice. Now, the hearing on those charges ending with an expected plea deal on hold. Cole Higgins reports on what's next in this case and why that deal fell apart at the last minute.
Drama in Delaware. Hunter Biden's expected plea deal with the Justice Department unraveling in a federal court in Wilmington. U.S. District Judge Mary Ellen Noriega not accepting a plea deal between Department of Justice prosecutors and Hunter Biden's legal team.
Very telling that the judge intervened here and said basically, no, I'm not going to approve some sweeping blanket deal.
Judge Noriega saying she's concerned by the two parties seemingly linking a tax plea agreement to resolving a felony gun charge, calling the deal in which Biden would enter a diversion program to resolve the charge unusual, and eventually asking both sides to file additional briefs explaining the plea deal's legal structuring.
I mean, that tells you that the court has serious concerns about other potential charges here and also the scope of the deal, which seemed outrageous from the beginning.
Prosecutors say Hunter Biden failed to pay between $1.1 million and $1.5 million in taxes before legal deadlines. Biden entering a not guilty plea for now. Meanwhile, House Republicans moving ahead with their own broader probe of the Bidens based on unverified allegations that the president is tied to his son's foreign business deals.
There are serious questions about potential corruption, and that ought to be a concern for every American, and it is for me.
So far, there are no proven links between Hunter's business deals and his father, who has denied any involvement. I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
U.S. Attorney David Weiss, who has led the Hunter Biden criminal probe, offered to testify at a public congressional hearing this fall. It comes after House Republicans demanded that Weiss answer questions about allegations from 2 IRS whistleblowers that the tax investigation was tainted by political interference. Scorching temperatures continue to sweep the nation tonight, with more than 120 million people under a heat alert from coast to coast. Now, that goes from California to New York. July also marking Earth's hottest 23 days on record. Phoenix, Arizona hitting 119 degrees, breaking their daily record after reaching a record stretch of 26 consecutive days of 110+ degree temperatures. Similar conditions also impacting Europe and China. New analysis by the World Weather Attribution says the extreme heat would be virtually impossible in those areas without human-caused climate change. And over the next 7 days, over 85% of the United States population will see the heat rise above 90. Chris Wynn says this comes as severe storms are threatening nearly 10 million people across the Great Lakes region this afternoon.
A sinister sounding snap, then crash caught on camera as a tree topples on top of a truck in New Jersey.
A guy driving down the street, getting hit, that's a lot.
Strong storms ripping trees up from the roots and triggering flooding across parts of the Northeast.
It was about a 90-second situation that brought all this damage down.
Meanwhile, there's been at least 16 heat-related deaths so far this year in Clark County, Nevada. And as the deadly summer heat expands across the country, excessive heat warnings go into effect Thursday for Northeast cities like New York, Boston, and Philadelphia. In Southwest cities, the high heat history books are being rewritten, with Phoenix seeing 26 consecutive days of temperatures higher than 100 degrees.
I stay inside.
The state of Arizona seeing at least 570 heat-related hospital illnesses last week.
We put some of our IVs on ice or cool our IVs so we can cool that internal temperature quicker for those individuals. We also have come up with different ways of creating an ice bath immediately on scene.
There's more than 30 large wildfires burning in the western U.S. Just north of Phoenix, near Prescott Valley, a wildfire has triggered a Go Alert evacuation order. Flames are also threatening structures in Southern California. And in Oregon, the Golden Fire is destroying homes and damaging miles of fiber optic cables, knocking out the internet and the 911 system in Lake County, while forcing people to leave their homes and flee the flames.
That's all we can do, is just try to rebuild our life and start over.
I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Let's take a look outside on our Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight. A beautiful evening, nice clear skies, 85 degrees right now. Our feels like temp is 82. Our sunset tonight at 8:34. So very nice weather. Pretty gorgeous out tonight. In fact, stargazing, that's a good choice this evening as well. Temperatures around the area: Walla Walla 85, it's 83 in Pendleton, 85 in Prosser, 84 in Yakima, 80 degrees right now in Ellensburg. Let's plan your evening out in Yakima tonight. Again, beautiful, and those temperatures sliding down to 80 degrees by 8 p.m. So very, very pleasant. This is a great night to sit outside, go for a walk, go play one of those splash pads. That'd be a great thing to do this evening. In Tri-Cities again, we're going to cool down to 82 degrees by 8 p.m. and in Walla Walla, beautiful evening there with temperatures in the 70s. Nice clear skies, and the good news is the smoke has been out of the area for most of the day. We do have a little ridge of low pressure that's going to bring some light moisture over to the west side of the state, some clouds, some marine layer cover, but not bringing any moisture to the area. In fact, it's just going to be clear and dry for the next several days. So that's what's going on. Not a whole lot. This is a fun time in weather when it's pretty boring. We are going to see some breezy and gusty winds, particularly in those Cascade gaps like through the Ellensburg area and parts of Yakima. We'll see those winds picking up later in the evening, gusting anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour at times. Lighter winds here in the Columbia Basin starting our day off. A little bit breezy in the morning down the Yakima Valley. As the day progresses, those winds will pick up slightly in the afternoon, but overall just kind of mild, calm weather. We are going to start seeing a little bit of a warming trend. Now, as far as smoke goes, that's been good news to us today. Not so much in Central Oregon. We have seen a little bit of smoke activity south of Hermiston and Pendleton area, but the winds are blowing down from the north, keeping that smoke down into Oregon. So it hasn't been impacting our air quality today. In fact, air quality looks really good around the region. Let's talk about temperatures overnight tonight. Good sleeping weather. Look at those temps tonight. Sunnyside 49, 53 overnight tonight in Yakima. Moving into the Columbia Basin, 54 for Hermiston tonight, as well as the Tri-Cities, 52 in Connell, and we'll see 51 degrees in Prosser. The foothills of the Blues, Dayton, Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater, and Pendleton all in the 50s, with Pendleton down to 50 degrees. That's a cool night, so grab a light jacket. You might feel a little chilly since we've had those warm temps. Now, today's highs in the 80s. We'll see them jump up to the 90s, but that's about normal for this time of year. So we've been running below average, 5 to 10 degrees below. So get ready for a warmer day. Now, a lot of folks have been saying, what's going on for water follies? If you flash back to last year, Water Folly Friday was 112 degrees, broke a record. Saturday of the Follies last year, 109, 105 on Sunday. This year, a completely different picture. Here's that weather forecast. Temperatures in the 90s with those overnight lows dropping down in the 50s. So things looking good as far as your weekend forecast goes. Here's short-term weather into the Walla Walla area. Again, gorgeous, climbing up to 90 by Saturday. In Tri-Cities, we'll be up to 93 on Saturday, and moving into Yakima, temperatures there in the 80s, climbing up to 90 by Saturday. Lots more to get to, and your 7-day forecast is on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, Congress makes it clear, is it aliens? Lawmakers on Capitol Hill aren't mincing words in their newest UFO hearings, why they say the government needs to take this seriously. We'll be right back.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
You deserve a great mattress. Get one now with no credit needed for just $39 down and 100 days same as cash. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
I've worked construction all my life. I take pride in my job and working hard. I've had my share of bumps and bruises. Of all places, I get hurt shopping with my wife. This injury affected every part of my life. The insurance company offered me nothing. I went to my buddy Scott Brumback and Sid Autumn. We ultimately filed suit. My lawyers fought hard for me and got a great result. These guys speak blue collar. Now I know what they mean by bulldog tough. Right, Mo?
Brumback and Autumn, bulldog tough.
Introducing Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV. Same location, new adventures. Come celebrate and save during our grand opening sale with up to 50% off. The best prices of the year on America's favorite brands. Plus, get a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete, including 24/7, 365 technical and roadside assistance and much more. Wherever you roam, we'll be there. And now save up to 50% off at Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV.
Hey fans, Eric the Peanut Guy here to tell you that Dust Devils Baseball is back with affordable family fun all season long. It's boat race season and we're gearing up for another Rooster Tails weekend. Your Dust Devils will play as their alternate identity, the Columbia River Rooster Tails, this Friday through Sunday. Friday night is Family Feast Night, presented by the Tri-Cities Airport with concessions deals throughout the game. Then be here on Saturday when we're shooting off post-game fireworks, thanks to BNSF Railway. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Queensgate Gardens thanks you all for the wonderful support that you've shown us throughout this incredible spring season. We are truly honored to have such amazing customers like you. Come on down for any last-minute summer planting and check out our amazing selection at our fruit stand.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Welcome back. A House Oversight Subcommittee is demanding the government inform the public about what it really knows when it comes to UFOs. Back in April, the Pentagon said it was tracking some 650 incidents involving what it called unidentified anomalous phenomena that are currently unexplained, but they emphasized there was no evidence of extraterrestrial life or of objects that defy physics. But 3 former Navy fighter pilots say they've seen these UAPs up close and personal, performing inexplicable maneuvers, and they believe these may pose a threat to the safety of pilots or our entire country.
Am I certain that all of these sightings are aliens? Of course not. But I do believe unidentified aerial phenomenon around our top secret military bases is a possible threat that we have to take seriously.
The American people deserve to know what is happening in our skies.
Now, Graves says the sightings are not rare and that the government needs to take these reports more seriously in the interests of national security. Well, we've got lots of clear skies out there. If you want to take a look for any UAPs yourself, we're taking a look at your final forecast when we come back. And here's a look at what you'll see tonight on World News Tonight.
Coming up tonight, the president's son, Hunter Biden's plea deal collapses in federal court. So what happened? The horrific crane collapse here in New York City. Multiple injuries were on the scene. And Republican leader Mitch McConnell suffers an episode in front of the cameras, unable to speak. Next.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
My mom hired a bath fitter and make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course, it's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary, and we're having a gigantic sale.
Take advantage of our best prices of the year.
And interest-free financing.
David, you do know anniversaries only come once a year, right?
Yes, and if you miss ours, you'll be sorry.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Next, ET, a hair-raising retrospective with Zach Bagans.
You're just reliving all of my nightmares.
Our look back at 24 seasons of his ghost adventures. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at your forecast, and Stacey, it's just beautiful out there.
The weather is gorgeous. Mother Nature delivered today. Those temperatures really nice, and you know what? Not too bad actually going into the week. Now I do see some temperatures popping up there end of next week or middle of next week, that is, but looks good right into the weekend. Temperatures right about average for Yakima in the 80s. We jump up to 90 on Saturday, back down to 89 and 90 on Monday. But then Wednesday, well, we could start to see those hotter temperatures come back. Take a look at Tri-Cities next 7 days again. Unlike last year's waterfalling record-breaking heat, it looks perfect for art in the park or any of the big activities going on around the region. But again, those temperatures warm back up as you get into middle of next week. And then let's take a look at Walla Walla. Gorgeous there as well. You had a nice afternoon there today as well.
It was beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. Just absolutely fantastic.
So Walla Walla, the town's so nice they named it twice. Gotta love that. So anyway, weather's looking great. So.
All right, well, we're enjoying that, and we'll be seeing World News Tonight with David Muir coming up next. We're back tonight at 6, and of course you can find the latest anytime on our website, applvalleynewsnow.com.